Hey guys, what's up? It's Kate the Cool here. I just thought it'd be cool to try something new out. As most of you guys probably know, I did songs in my other time lapses and stuff, but I thought it'd be cool to try and do talking over because I know some people like it better when the artist explains what they were thinking, and some people like music. So if you have any thoughts on it, please comment below. And I do love I do love commenting on your guys' comments or just seeing them. It's really fun. Okay, so let's get talking here. So obviously I do two sketches. I do a general sketch to kind of get an idea of what I'm getting and trying to get the right proportions and stuff. But here I'm just drawing, I know the most basic sketches and trying to get as much detail as I can remember and want to get in there as possible. I used a lot of references for this. Like the wings, I had probably 20 tabs on my Chrome of just things to reference, like the wings, and you'll later see chains and shoes and the buildings and all that stuff. This is the program I'm using is currently what is it called? I completely forgot. Dang it. It's called Clip Studio Paint. Oh my gosh, yes. Clip Studio Paint. So, this is my first official done drawing of trying it out. I really liked it. It was a really good program. It recently was on a sale and I just decided to get it. I had wanted to get it in the past, but I just didn't for this one, and I finally decided to get it. It was really nice. So, that was cool. As you can see here, this is all the brushes I've trying to look at and stuff. But here I'm finally starting the line art. So I often will just kind of do I don't know. Line art's pretty simple. It's just kind of drawing what I've already sketched out, but just adjusting a couple more things. Like obviously, the brush that I used for the sketch is a lot thicker than the actual line art, so I'm using a thinner brush, hence there's probably a lot more detail I could fit in. I had this idea, most of the ideas I get for drawing comes from a song or whatever. I was listening to a song by Conan. If you haven't heard of him, he's pretty cool. He writes some pretty nice songs. Actually, there were two songs that inspired this drawing. One of them was Heather by Conan. It just kind of had that feeling that this picture kind of gives off. And the other song was It's On Us by AJR, and that song kind of gave off just more of the meaning to this picture, which is just kind of somebody kind of looking over the great city and kind of just being chained and down from being able to fly out towards thing. All my pictures have a story. If you guys want to keep hearing the stories to each of my pictures, I'd gladly tell you guys. I mean, I'm trying to let out interesting content for you guys. I actually didn't even think of a script for this. I know most YouTubers do. So we'll see how this goes. But anyway, if you guys want me to keep doing this and keep doing the talking, go ahead and drop a like or even just comment, hey, I like this. Or if you're not sure and you want me to do another picture and comment on it and stuff right now, then go ahead and I'll do that too, to give you more stuff to kind of decide off of. But if you guys like the music, just tell me that too, and I'll put in the music. Maybe you can even do both. Maybe slight music in the background will make everything nice. Whatever you guys want. So again, I used a lot of references. I didn't really use a lot of references for the buildings. I kind of just thought of all this myself. I used a lot of the tools, the straightening, the straight lines and the boxes. I thought that was pretty sweet. This project probably took me I spent 3 days on it, about 5 hours around each day, so 15 hours on it. It was a big project, but it was something I really enjoyed doing. So I learned a lot of cool things from drawing this, from looking at references. References teach you a lot, guys. It's actually insane how much they can teach you. I will draw some neon stuff in the future that you will soon see, and it was really fun to draw that neon stuff. It just glows and it gives off a cool vibe. So obviously this video is a lot longer than some of my other ones. It's 15 minutes long, while some of my other ones are probably like 5 or 7 minutes long. So I won't have a lot to talk about, but if you guys want me to talk about other things while you watch, then please do tell, because I will be happy to listen to those comments or even just do them. So you guys, I'd like to thank anybody who's subscribed so far. It's been a really big help. I hoping to get a little further in my YouTube little channel, so it's been fun. I really do like drawing, and I like sharing it too. So anyway, you can just see me here doing a lot of copying, pasting for the windows. I referenced a lot of these windows from just another little picture I saw on Pinterest. They had some cool, just like different kinds of windows that they just drew, and I thought it was cool, so I kind of copied a little bit of those, but some of them were just made up boxes and stuff. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of cool things that I learned, like clipping is so like fun. Like clip layers are really helpful in this whole like art thing. In fact, if you guys want me to do a tutorial on some of these things, like go ahead and say what you want me to do. I'll try to learn it. If I do, I'll try to teach you the way I do it. Of course, my ways aren't always the correct ways. In fact, there are a lot more like just ways. There's no really correct way to do art. Art is for everybody. Art is just something that everybody can enjoy for themselves. So yeah, as you can see here, I'm just kind of placing the windows and cutting out the spots where the wings cover it. I think I'm finally done with the line art here. I think I'm just figuring out a couple more colors, and now we're starting with the windows, which is a bright blue, and you'll later see that I do the clip thing, and I just kind of like make it darker and shinier and kind of make it look like it has a reflection, and that was really fun to do. It was a really cool thing that I kind of just taught myself. That part I didn't really reference. I kind of just thought, okay, well, like, it's a window, what does it need? The light wasn't really coming from anywhere specific, so I guess that kind of doesn't really help with where the light's coming from, but it's just a window, you know? Anyway, I do a couple of these windows for a little bit. This is my first talk, so I don't really know what else to say when it's just kind of the same thing over and over again. I'm sure I'll become more talkative and more explaining when we get to the actual person and drawing his wings and his jacket and all that stuff. So that's really cool. Anyway, anyway, so I'm almost done with, I'm done with the windows here. So as you see here, I'm adding a lot of darker spots, a lot of lighter spots, and just adding in like those white kind of shimmers and stuff that kind of show that, hey, there's light here and stuff. So what I just did there is I grabbed an airbrush and I kind of just put it on a soft setting, and I just kind of switched it back and forth over the lines, and the clip layer did the rest and just did it. So like now it's like looks really, really shiny and stuff. I decided to take a dark color for the background of the buildings, and it was actually worked out really well, because in this picture he's in the city at night. I do lower the opacity of a lot of layers to try and see like exactly what I need to cut off, just because it's harder sometimes when it's too dark. So yeah, anyway, so I just add in a couple more things, and I do the exact same clip layer I kind of did, and it's hard to tell, but I did do it. I added some darker hues of the blue to these buildings in like the shadowy parts and stuff, to kind of make it like look more like it has shadowing. Like, yeah, see, like right there, I don't know if you guys saw that, it was really quick. You'll probably see more of it. If not, that's what I did. It was a really fun project to do. I don't know where the idea came from. Like I said, most of my ideas come from songs I listen to. So if you guys like want me to interpret a song, I think that would be really fun. I could also just do some other stuff. I know I don't have a lot of subscribers right now, but hey, for the ones I have, thank you for being here, and I will try my best to make you guys entertained and how you guys like it. So I just added a really low opacity, like light blue, to kind of give those building, like those lights, those windows on the building, some light. Anyway, we're on to the hair here. Most of the light on this person is coming from the bottom. So like you can see here, like there's kind of just like light on the bottom, and now I'm just doing some intense shadowing to kind of give it more depth and stuff, which again, I'm just exploring kind of with this Clip Studio Paint to kind of like find all the things that I need to. I got the X version. There is a other, I think it's called the Pro, but each of them has different things. I think this one's just the more expensive one. So, but it was really nice and I really liked it. I think here's where I do the neon part. Yeah, so the cool thing about this is that you kind of like sketch it out in a line and then you kind of blur out some of the other lines and you don't really ever fill in it actually, but in the end you kind of just add some cool lights and boom, like some cool lighter, not lights, but lighter blues. And you can do this with other colors too. In fact, I'd be willing to show you guys how to do some with other colors. It was really fun to do it on the chains, which you will see soon. So back to just shading the jacket like normal shading. I kind of just did with each of these things, I kind of just gave it a base color and then I kind of like I gave it a basic shadow and a basic lighting. And then I finally went on to like the basic anime shading where it's just kind of like sharp edges and all that stuff. So I'm doing that with the wings right here, but first, how I usually fill things in, because I don't like putting the actual color on the same layer as the line art, so I will often just kind of outline the whole thing and then use the paint bucket and kind of fill in all the other blanks that it didn't fill in all the way. So that's kind of what you're seeing here. And again, there's like the basic shading and then there's the basic lighting because the light is coming from there. And I as you can see, I kind of turned off the layer that had the like buildings on it and stuff, because that can kind of be distracting and kind of make it hard to actually see most of the lines and see kind of the colors and stuff. Like it all looks good in the end, but during the process it's kind of hard to see that. So this chain part was actually quite annoying to do just because it was a lot of the same thing and it kind of got boring after a while. But as you can see here, the little white line that you often will see is just me selecting the area and kind of filling in the shadowing, because it just was easier to make sharper shadows that way. So yeah, that was actually quite an easy tip. It was good. It was good. Yes, it was good. Anyway, I'm getting bored with myself. Anyway, so I'm coming on to more of the basic shadowing here, as you can see, and more of the basic lighting. And I think here's, yep, the chains. See, it's the same sketch. You'll probably be able to see the process more because it's more things. So I sketched the outline of it with a light color, and then we get to a kind of the same light color, but we kind of just, scratch the edges and stuff, and then we blur it out, and it will make like kind of a little bit of a glow, but kind of like the beginning of it. So, and then we kind of add the glow on the outside and really blur that out so that it looks like it's actually glowing. And then there's highlights where we get a lighter color and we go around the edges and we kind of blur that too. I did that twice. I blurred the first part, and then the second part I didn't blur, just because it gave it more depth and stuff. So in the end, it looks really cool. I added more lighting on the wings to make it look like it was actually reflecting something. So that was really fun. The pants were pretty simple, just, fill it in, give it the basic shading and the lighting, and then just the other stuff. It was just that. Anyway, with the shoes, I did reference them. I think we're going to be going on to the shoes really soon. Unless we do, we're doing the skin first. Never mind. Skin, I often have 3 basic colors. It's just the skin color, and then the darker, which kind of leans more towards the red side, and then a darker one, which kind of leans, again, more towards the red side. But depending on the shade of the skin, I will either go towards more the orange side or more towards the red side. On the shoes right here, I was referencing it off of a Nike shoe that I saw here. So it was a cool shoe. I really like the blues and stuff on it. As you can see here, I'm using a darker, like grayish blue, a lighter, whiter blue, and then a gray, because it was white, but you can't really see white, so I did more of a gray. Anyway, now we're on to the shading. I did lower the lighter blues color a little bit because it was standing out, I feel like, a bit too much. Like the focus wasn't on the shoes, it was more on the person and the wings in general. So here I'm just adding more of a kind of like, I do lower the opacity of that and stuff. And then we're getting on to this other building that I kind of forgot to do with the other ones. So, yeah. So just basically the same thing. I did tilt the screen for this one. I usually don't tilt the screen. I usually will just tilt myself while I'm actually drawing it. So that was an interesting thing. I don't really like doing that, but on some accounts I do. Oh, here's me doing the sky. I did look up a reference for the starry sky. I looked to try and find some clouds, but in the end I kind of just used a scatter brush to kind of do all that stuff. It was really cool, and I really liked doing that part. It was really fun and really easy, and here we just kind of get towards the end and stuff, so that was really fun. Again, we're getting towards the end of the video, so I'll show the end result in it. Right now the video is actually stopped for me, so it's just paused, but I will show you guys the end result. It was really fun to do this. Just some quick announcements for basically my YouTube channel and stuff. As most of you probably know or read in the description of my last video, I have started a webtoon. I am trying to finish that, at least the second part, as fast as possible. School and all of that stuff is just getting kind of in the way, but Christmas break will be on soon, and I will probably be able to work on a lot of stuff to give to you guys. A second thing I'd like to say is that I'm doing commissions now. I'm setting up an account. I'll give the specifics in the description below, so please go check those out. I don't think I'll add any music in this video, just to try something out. Tell me whether you guys want me to add music or to shut up. Like, I'm fine with that too. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.